come tonight.
Bit of disappointment, you know, getting beat, the biggest fight of my life, but you know, I'll be back like any good champion does.
Fighting talk as Ricky Hatton comes home.
Now, Ricky Hatton is back in Manchester. He flew in from Las Vegas today, determined to put last weekend's defeat to Floyd Mayweather behind him. His dad was there to surprise him, as were dozens of fans and our reporter Mark Tattersall, whose report contains flash photography from the start.
Ricky Hatton might have lost in Las Vegas. Today he returned to Manchester, still the people's champion.
You know, as I said that I'd let my fans down, and maybe that's been a little bit, you know, being a little bit over the top, but Floyd Mayweather would be the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world still and undefeated, but I think even Floyd Mayweather would give his right arm to a support like that. What I had, he just took over the city, it was great.
Hatton's first ever defeat may take time to get over, not physically but mentally. The fact he was undefeated is part of what made him stand out amongst others, and now that can no longer be claimed. He'll have to look for other accolades to leave as his legacy.
Last night I just put it in perspective for him. I said, you know, have you forgotten you've won 43 out of 44 fights and you're still the undisputed light welterweight champion in the world? Just to try and shake him, he said, yeah, but it doesn't matter all that, Dad, all them fans and all the people back home, I let them down.
Ricky plans to spend Christmas away from boxing. It's only in 2008 that Hatton will take stock of what's next. Rumours from inside the Hitman camp suggest a possible return to light welterweight, or even a bout with Oscar De La Hoya, the man who promoted the Mayweather fight. But surely the tastiest prospect of all would be a rematch with Floyd himself. Either way, expect to see Hatton back in his gym come the new year.
Even though I got beat, I think everyone will be queuing up to fight me now because of what they saw, you know, with the fan base and that. It sort of like took over Mayweather's hometown, really. It was incredible, so bit of disappointment, you know, getting beat, the biggest fight of my life, but you know, I'll be back like any good champion does.
Mark Tattersall, Granada Reports.
Just time to say good luck to Salford and Trafford in their...
Andrew, thanks very much indeed. Thank you. And Ricky Hatton, if you're watching, you haven't let anybody down. You're always a champion as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, it's great to see you back.
And he was a bit lucky, that Mayweather guy. Now... And home for the Hitman. How Ricky's already thinking about his next fight.
Just have a sit down with the team and see where we go from here, what weight and, you know, what fight next, but I'm not finished yet.
Now, on to our tale of two boxers. Ricky Hatton's back home in Manchester after his Las Vegas defeat at the hands of Floyd Mayweather. But the Hitman's promised his fans he'll soon be back to winning ways. Meanwhile, Bolton's boxing sensation Amir Khan has been telling how Hatton has inspired him. When one door closes, another opens. The Hitman arrived back in Manchester full of optimism. Opponents, he claims, will be queuing up to fight him. And he's not ruled out a rematch against WBC welterweight champion Mayweather.
I think just one or two mistakes I made, and I think that if I hadn't lost my rag and I lost my shape and lost my tempo, I think, I'm not saying it might have been a different outcome, but you know, it'll certainly give me a better chance.
Next, a quick thank you to the fans.
I don't think there's a fighter in the world, probably present or past, that has had, you know, 30,000 bits go over for a fight, and maybe only 5 of them have got tickets. And the way I got treated after the fight, I thought I'd have won the fight.
Thoughts now are about Christmas with the family, but his fighting days are far from over.
Just have a sit down with the team and see where we go from here, what weight and, you know, what fight next, but I'm not finished yet.
While Ricky headed home, Amir Khan headed into school to surprise some youngsters in Farnworth. The cheers lasted almost as long as his last fight, the 72-second demolition of Graham Earl last Saturday.
Fantastic, because he's a great boxer and he lives in Bolton, and so I think that's great for him.
We're going to get a signature and they're going to get a picture and put it up on the wall.
And the inspiration to so many youngsters says Hatton has inspired him.
I'll probably see Ricky in the next couple of days. It'd be nice to see him and see what he felt about the fight and see what he can say. But, you know, we all behind him, no matter what. I know he's going to come back as a champion, come back stronger. And, yeah, before you know it, Rick will be world champion again and representing the country in boxing again, yeah.
the sport. I'd just like to say, though, I wouldn't fancy being Ricky Hatton's next opponent.
No, I'm just a bit worried that he might think he's got something to prove to his fans, and he hasn't.
Has he? No.
I don't want him to go on too long.
No, you don't want to see him,
No.
taking the punches for much longer.
Now,